to start with misinformation, I mean, misinformation is a massive problem, and not something that anyone is going to fix, because misinformation is a category that includes lying, and we've been lying to each other since we learned how to communicate with each other. So when you make the problem a little bit smaller, we're focusing on misleading information that has an intention of changing an outcome. And we wanted to start with the most important aspects of misleading information first in this day and age, which is voter suppression, which is health risk, specifically around COVID, and manipulated media, because the tools to create fake images and fake videos are moving so much more faster than our ability to detect them. So this is something that is a challenge for the whole industry. So it's important that we scope the problem to the highest impact things and focus our efforts there. In regards to the tweets by the president, specifically, we did label misleading information around the capacity to get a ballot in particular states. So there's some tweets that suggested that ballots were being mailed out to every citizen of California, which was not factual, and would have people believe that I don't have to register to vote. A ballot would just show up at my door, when in fact you did need to register to vote to get a mail-in absentee ballot. So that was a clear case of where we could provide more context. In terms of our terms of service and violations, we hold every account to the same terms of service. However, we do note that there are certain accounts like global leaders, and this is leaders around the world, that are saying things in the public interest, that are being reported widely, that have conversations that are broad. And we made a decision for these tweets, even if they violate our terms of service, to keep them up, but to limit their spread, limit the ability to reply to them, and also label with what term in our terms of service they violated. So we did this recently with the shooting and looting tweet. And this places an interstitial that you have to click through to actually see the content. But it also limits the ability to retweet and limits the ability to reply as well, so that there's not further spread of this. So people can still find and talk about the tweet that we labeled and we found to go against our terms of service. And it's for any tweet that we get reports around or that we see, there's a team working to figure out if it did in fact violate our terms of service and what to do about it. And in terms of a global public leader, we have this interstitial tool which we created about a year and a half ago, and we've used it around the world. This was the first time we used it on the U.S. president, but we have used it around the world for other global leaders as well.